real quick, I just want to add this.
But there's no but though. I just asked for something.
Wait a minute, you're a woman. You're supposed
The
to
host
yield
needs
to
to
him.
respond to me.
It's cool. She not
Yield to him.
feminine. It's cool. It's
And you're
cool.
not
She's not
ladylike.
ladylike.
You're
No,
not
she's not
ladylike. I'm not
ladylike, and
talking
she's
to
not.
you.
So
I'm not
I
talking
deal with
to
this type
you.
of woman
So
all the time.
telltale
you're
gaslighting.
equally unladylike. You're
Everything that
equally
she does,
unladylike.
she
So why
will
do you have a
find
problem with it?
some.
I totally agree with the gentleman that just spoke. There, a lot of people do reference the Bible when it's to their point or they're trying to prove a point. But we like to cherry pick. So the bottom line is it's all nature. Like men does have desires. And if the woman that's with that particular man is not meeting all of those desires, then expect that he will find someone that will and just suck it up. Like just, it is what it is. Um, but to say that, every man is I'm not going to use the word cheating, but every man has to sleep around. That's not true. There are some men that are content with one woman, but that's if that woman is meeting all those needs. So it's just,
So I can appreciate that you chose a different word. I would like to point out that the other word that you chose to use was still a negative connotation on the act, right? And it's only negative because it's a man. I find it funny how women have such a problem with this, but we can't find virgins. We can't find women that lost their virginity within marriage. We can't find women with low body count, you know? We are so excited to big up moving on and the next man and how we can be equal to a man when our value as a woman would be how we carry ourselves, the fact that we're exclusive, right? The fact that we're married and our children are by the same man. The fact that we understand that our womb is a sacred portal and we shouldn't just let any and everyone inside of it. It's funny.
what does that have
Modern
anything to do
talking
with what I
points.
just said,
Interesting.
though? I'm
We have the youth
confused.
coming up behind us, right? These type of talking points aren't good for them. I'm pretty sure none of us wants our daughter to be a whore. So why are we advocating for the bad behavior, whether men do it or not? Because as I said, I'm not responsible for policing a man. Men can hold other men accountable.
Sweetheart, what does that have
I'm a
anything
grown
to do
woman.
with what I just
I'm
said?
grown, Paris.
Again,
I'm grown.
what does that have anything to do with what I
I
just
was
said?
rebuttaling. You can take what you want from it.
Yeah, I know. I want to listen to your rebuttal, but
Well,
I'm
then you
trying
should have,
to.
because then that means you're listening to respond because I just said it.
No, so I didn't mention anything about women being
I
promiscuous,
mentioned what I
or
mentioned as a rebuttal.
so it
You
has nothing to
understand
do
what a
with what I said.
rebuttal is,
That's
right?
fine. I was just trying to get an
Okay.
understanding. It had nothing to do with what I said.
Okay. So you should be asking questions then if you want to understand something that I
I
said.
did, sweetheart. I asked you, what does that have to do with what I
And I
just said?
answered and said it was a rebuttal to your statement. Question asked, question answered.
I think everything that you said did contradict your lion point too, because lions be having a bunch of baby daddies.
That's because they're being dominated, as would women, right? If we didn't have rules that men have put in place to protect us, right? We then wouldn't be laying down fucking freely like we do. It would be through physical domination, as in the Lion Kingdom. So that was nice, but I'm still correct in what I said.
No, no, yeah, but you brought up lions as if we should
It's
be
not a
moving like lions.
contradiction, is my point.
But you brought up lions as if we should be moving similar to lions, and
No,
and
I
they
brought up lions in the
I
reference
wasn't
of
I
multiple
wasn't
women by
I
one
wasn't
man.
I wasn't finished, man. Um, yeah, you brought up lions as if we should be moving like lions, and lions got a bunch of baby daddies.
Lionesses,
So
lionesses have
lionesses.
multiple baby dad. No, you don't talk while I'm talking now, respectfully. Lionesses have multiple baby daddies. They don't get to raise them to full grown though, because they're killed. So technically, since that one's dead, they only have current child by current man. But I digress, right? Another natural nature that women are protected by men through society, because we can see how these stepdaddies and boyfriends are harming these women's children, right? But to stick on what you're saying, my point of bringing up lions and lionesses was to further my point about multiple women. You asked me to give you multiple references. I said Bible, nature, and the watching of men, right? And even women are trying to argue that I'm not correct. Then why do we call it cheating, right? That's just more nicer off the tongue for a woman. It's more nicer to make you feel guilty about something that's your nature, right? But most men nowadays are raised by women. So you don't even understand, because you don't get to be up under your father. You don't get to have those conversations that you have with your father that the mother and the sisters know nothing about. But I don't like to monologue, so I land.
Yeah. So when you like again, your lion point was weak, and what I just did was defeat your lion point. So all you gotta do is say, "Oh, I get it. I shouldn't have said lions."
I would love if anyone on the panel, if the host doesn't mind, if we can vote on if he defeated my point or not.
Yeah. Okay. But real quick, I just want to add
But
this.
there's no but though. I just asked for something.
Wait a minute, you're a woman. You're supposed to
The
yield
host
to
needs to
him.
It's
respond
it's
to me
it's
though.
cool. She not
Yield to
feminine.
him.
It's cool. It's
And you're
cool.
not
She's not
I deal with this
ladylike.
ladylike.
type of
You're
No,
not
she's not
ladylike. I'm not
ladylike. And
talking to
she's not.
you.
I,
So
I'm
this
not
is
I
the
deal
this
talking
with
is
this
to
type of
you.
woman
So
all the
you're
time.
telltale
you're equally
gaslighting.
you're equally unladylike. You're
Everything that
equally
she does,
unladylike.
she
So why
will
do you have a problem
find
with it? Because I
something
wasn't
to
talking to
support
you.
it.
So
So
you would be
either
also not a
you
lady.
women
You would
need to
also be
yield to
not a
men, but
lady.
she doesn't
You
follow
know,
her
you're doing
own
exactly what
rules
you're
and
saying that
yields to
I'm
men.
doing.
It's
But then you think
ridiculous.
you have a
But
right to
but
say that I'm not a lady.
go on, dope daddy.
Interesting.
Go on,
I
dope
was
daddy. What you
talking
got?
to
Go ahead,
the
dope daddy.
host. I was talking
This,
to the host.
she disrespectful talking to men like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
It's cool.
questioning some things right now when it comes to talking to you.
I see.
The only thing
Oh,
I was going to say is that the point is moot and ridiculous. One thing, when you talk about human nature and biology, that is not animal nature. That was kind of, it's ridiculous. They are not the same. They're not comparable at no all. So when you use something that's analogous, that you would then go back to human nature from the beginning of time. All animals aren't the same, and humans and animals certainly aren't the same. So to say that, oh, this is
Hmm.
nature, and then to compare a human to an animal is utterly ridiculous.
And,
But
So I
I'll
don't
land
I don't
there.
have a need to be right, so I yield to anyone else that would like to chime in.
and we explored the nature. Can we explore the nature of OT? I mean, just to your point, because I agree that we're not animals. I get the reference. People understand the reference. I think we're smart enough to understand the reference. But if you just observe nature, like as far back in history as you want to go, even current day, humans are pretty consistent. And what it seems is that we're trying to form this alliance in relationships that may be possible, may exist, but I don't see it spell out often. Most complaints are coming from infidelity, dishonesty, mixing, blending of family. That's nature. So, regardless of the laws and the ramifications, I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm just observing reality. Most people, even on this panel, have not had sex with just one person in their lifetime. That would tell me that nature is consistent, right?
yeah.
So when we talk about trying to find this fantasy of a man and a woman who are perfectly aligned and who do not cross each other in a disrespectful manner, especially current day, it seems like fantasy like thinking to me. We're adults, we're not children. Most people, in my opinion, fall short when it comes to this. Would you agree?
I do agree with that. Here's the part that, because it was a part two to that, right? So one was the argument of, is it nature? Okay. So I can agree with you that perhaps that's human nature. As far as social constructs and nature, that may be different, right? Because we had very different social constructs and people follow that. But here I am with this, right? So I agree in comparing human to human, yes. The issue is that there was a point supporting that to say when men do it, it's okay, that's their nature is right, but when women do it, these concubines and whores and all these baby mamas, that is completely asinine. That if we're saying that this is human nature, either gender that does it is simply, with human nature. It's not that if a man does it, it's his biological nature is right. And if a woman simply follows nature, now she's a whore. That's ridiculous.